In this video, I'll show you 12 wedding mistakes that could embarrass you. Hi, how are you? I'm Juliana Santiago, an etiquette and behavior specialist, and today we're going to talk a little more about the etiquette mistakes that many people make at weddings. Mistakes that may seem harmless, but that can ruin your image. Whether they're mistakes related to your behavior, the way you act, or even your appearance. The first one is arriving late to the ceremony. We know that weddings are complex, made up of two main moments. The ceremony itself, which can take place in a church, another venue, or even at the same location as the event. And the party. Many people end up prioritizing the party and forget that the main highlight of the wedding is the ceremony. And it's essential that we respect that. That's why remember that arriving early will make all the difference for you to be present at a key, special, and unique moment in the couple's life. It's not elegant to arrive during the procession. So when the groom is entering, since in most weddings, the first person to enter is the groom. So it's not a good idea to arrive when the groom is entering or when the groomsmen are entering or even when the bride is entering. So plan to arrive a few minutes before the scheduled time. Often the bride and groom already anticipate this and set the time a few minutes earlier. This is especially true when the wedding is going to take place in a church because there is a specific time for that ceremony to actually happen. So remember to be punctual. Deal? Wearing white or light shades is really something that's unacceptable. So like off-white or very pastel tones. Nowadays, that very light yellow is being used a lot, so it's important to also be careful with shades that aren't white. But often in photos, sometimes from a distance, they can look like or be mistaken for white. Silver clothes too, depending on the situation, may not be so appropriate, so be very careful with that. You don't want to be that totally clueless and inappropriate guest who showed up in white at a wedding. We also need to adjust for overdoing it at the ceremony. Actually, recently on my Instagram profile, I don't know if you follow me there, it's Etiquette Protocolo. Someone asked me exactly that. Follow me on Instagram. I'm very active and love interacting with you all. And they asked me if it was a mistake to use your phone during the ceremony. And yes, using your phone the whole time. Overfilming lacks elegance. Usually, in the vast majority of cases, the bride and groom hire a filming team to do this job. If you want to take a picture, be brief, be quick, but taking too many photos or filming a large part of the wedding is not appropriate. It's not elegant and it distracts other people. It can harm your image and it can also harm others. It blocks other people's view. In the photos, too many people are holding up their phones, which isn't good. So it's important for us to be careful and understand that moment is meant to be experienced. And if there are people and professionals who are going to do that job, there's no need for you to feel obligated to record the whole wedding. Talking during the ceremony is also another big mistake. So many times we end up sitting next to people we feel close to, people who are close to us, and we want to make comments, sometimes even positive ones, commenting on how beautiful the bride looks, how emotional that moment is. But talking too much really disrupts the ceremony and also distracts other people. So this is not only a sign of respect for the bride and groom, the protagonists of that event, but also for the people who are watching that celebration with you. This also extends to cell phone use. It's not polite to be on your phone, to be on WhatsApp during the ceremony. I've seen this before, and honestly, it's not okay. Overdoing it with alcohol is also something we need to be mindful of. Many times at weddings, there's a party, there's alcohol on display, and we end up getting carried away. We end up wanting to share that moment, celebrate a lot, and we end up going overboard with alcohol consumption. So always remember to keep up your water intake. First thing, remember to drink water in the same proportion as you choose to have drinks. So drink plenty of water, stay hydrated, take a moment to eat something too, and don't spend the whole time drinking. That way you won't compromise your actions. Many times when we drink, we get a little out of control and end up doing things we wouldn't do if we hadn't been drinking. So alcohol gives us a certain confidence to make some decisions and have some ideas that can harm our image. So it's not good for that to happen. We need to take care of our image. Make sure our image isn't destroyed just because of one event. Did you end up drinking too much? So let's have fun, but in moderation. Not following the invitation's dress code is also a bad idea. Today, there are several types of weddings. So there are more traditional weddings, which are basically those weddings that take place in a church. There's a place where the ceremony will be held, and then there's a place for the party. But today, we find several types of weddings, like weddings on farms, weddings on the beach. So many people choose other places to get married, and each place will require an appropriate dress code. For example, weddings that take place in the morning or during the day call for lighter, softer colors, while weddings that happen at night. We can have fun and go a little overboard with the sparkles, wear something with more shine or a slightly darker outfit. So it's important to check that. That also happens at a beach wedding. Many times, high heels at a beach wedding are not going to be the best choice. So always remember to access the information that the bride and groom provide for the wedding. Recently, my brother got married, and on the website, there was information about the appropriate attire, both for men and for women. And today, with the internet, this has become increasingly easier to access. The bride and groom posted it on the website, so we can already get that information there. If there isn't a website or a place where the bride and groom provide information about the attire, you can check with the wedding planner or even ask the couple themselves. Stealing the spotlight with your outfit can also make you feel embarrassed at a wedding. Many times we want to get it right, we want to shine, we want to be the best version of ourselves. And sometimes we go a little overboard with the length, wearing clothes that are too short, or sometimes with the neckline, wearing clothes that are too revealing. And that makes us attract a lot of attention. Etiquette is very much associated with being discreet and knowing how to behave in any situation. So we need to attract attention, but in a subtle, delicate way. So yes, you can choose beautiful, shiny accessories. But for example, if you overdo it with the accessories, sometimes a look that's a bit cleaner, a bit more minimalist. If the outfit is more extravagant, then let's go with more minimalist accessories. This contrast will help you get it right more often and achieve that goal, to be elegant and not feel embarrassed. In fact, if you want to be a more elegant person and not feel embarrassed, have you already taken our etiquette and good manners training? I'll leave the link below and also the QR code so you can point your phone and be directed to our website. I'm waiting for you as one of our students. And there you will learn everything about etiquette and good manners. And you will understand how you can apply etiquette and good behavior in any situation. Whether it's at a bar with friends, at the movies, at the supermarket, or even at a more formal event like a wedding. Speaking badly about the party and the food is also another completely unacceptable practice. And it will make you really embarrassed. If you are invited to share that moment with the bride and groom, it means they included you in a select list of people they really want to share that moment with. You could be a guest of the parents and might not know the bride and groom well. But those people included you in a unique, unforgettable moment in the life of that family that's just beginning, and it's important for you to value that. Things are getting more and more expensive, and it's getting harder for us to get things done. The cost of that event is high, so it's important for you to value the opportunity to be there. If you didn't like it, don't pretend you did, but you also don't need to badmouth it to others. Pointing out the negative aspects of the party also won't be classy, especially because that could reach the ears of the bride and groom and the people who organize the party. That could look really bad for you. Ignoring the party répondez s'il vous plaît is also another practice that's very common. People forget to confirm their attendance at the wedding. If you already know you'll be there, remember to confirm your attendance. Nowadays, many wedding planners or even the bride and groom themselves send a message on WhatsApp where you can already mark if you'll be present or not. If you still don't know if you'll be able to attend, you can talk to the bride and groom. Look, I still don't know if I'll be able to be there, but as soon as I find out, I'll let you know. It's important to respond to the répondez, s'il vous plaît, which means répondez, s'il vous plaît, in French. Nowadays, people basically already use the term in Portuguese, which is confirmation of attendance. So remember to confirm your attendance, whether it's positive or negative. Never forget that. Bringing the gift on party day can also be embarrassing. I know that the act of giving a gift is a very positive thing, and we should, yes, give a gift to the bride and groom, right? Regardless of our financial situation. Even a small token is very thoughtful to bring to the bride and groom, but there's no need for you to bring it on the day of the party, on the day of the ceremony. You can send it to the bride and groom's house or to their parents' house. Ah, Juliana, I forgot the gift. I wanted to bring it that day. Bringing it the next day or the following week is fine, but bringing it on the day of the party will embarrass you. Ignoring the wedding protocol isn't a good idea either, right? Wedding protocol, especially greetings, involves several key moments. So I know that when we arrive at the wedding, we're eager to greet the bride and groom. We want to congratulate the bride and groom, but there will be a designated time for that. So whenever the bride and groom enter the wedding, usually at most parties, they come in and cut the cake. There's the moment for the waltz, the bride and groom's dance. Many times the couple even gives a thank you speech. And after that moment, is that when you go and greet the bride and groom? For example, if the bride and groom are taking pictures, it's not a good time to approach and greet them. You'll have your moment, so don't worry about that. In fact, I want to hear from you. What do you think makes people feel embarrassed at a wedding? Comment below. I want to know. And for me, one thing that makes people really embarrassed is taking arrangements. Things from the party, so elements from the party. We can't even take napkins. Taking arrangements, taking flowers without permission, guys, it's not polite. The bride and groom didn't make those things available for you to take home, so taking things without permission isn't classy. Including napkin rings. If the bride hasn't given permission to take the napkin rings, don't take them home. The same goes for cloth napkins, plates. Guys, that's not a souvenir. That's part of the decoration, the party decor. And many times the bride and groom, they'll have to pay to replace it if you take it home. So it's not polite. And there are several other mistakes that can harm your image. In fact, I've already made a video talking about this, and I'll leave it for you to watch next. I'm waiting for you in my etiquette and manners training. If you're not a student at our school yet, I would love to welcome you there. Click the link in the video description. Thank you and see you later.